Have you ever wondered how to get tickets to go to The Price is Right? It's actually super simple, and I'm going to share with you exactly how to do it in this video. Since returning from our trip to LA to go see The Price is Right, one of my most frequently asked questions after did you get on the show is how do you get tickets, or do you have to buy tickets? And the really cool thing is it's absolutely free and super easy to get tickets. So if you go to on-camera audiences and you select The Price is Right, they also fill audience seats for many different shows. You might not see dates. That might mean that they just aren't simply taping The Price is right then. They have seasons and times where they film and times where they don't, but they share dates up to 60 days out. So you might have to be patient and wait for dates to be posted, but that's exactly where you find them, and it's super simple. This is also where they share specialty episodes. For instance, they have a first responders episode coming up, and they may be looking for only first responders and their families to fill the audience, but they give all those details on certain dates and they label them differently. So it's a fun way to be a part of their theme shows in addition to the regular shows. You just have to look out for it on the same website, oncameraaudiences.com. One thing to note is they have different ticket levels, and if you want to guarantee your spot on a taping, you want to get a priority ticket. Once priority tickets are claimed, they have a line voucher, and you can sign up for those, but you are not guaranteed, because priority tickets, if you're in line by the time listed on your voucher, you are guaranteed a seat as long as you arrive on time. The line voucher is in case people don't show up for priority or they didn't sell out even though they're not sold. The line voucher then fills in on a first come first served basis. So if you are traveling like I did, hundreds of miles, making a plane trip, going through all the trouble to get there, you definitely want to make sure you have a priority ticket, because that's the only one that guarantees you a spot at the filming. That doesn't mean you get to play, that means you get to go to the filming. Once you sign up, part of it is your name, your party size. You get one voucher for your entire party. That is important. Make sure that your name is on there and that everyone going with you is accounted for in that number, and your email address. That email is where they're going to send you your ticket voucher that again has all the information that you input, and it's also where they're going to email you parking information, any updates to the timing, information that's really important about going to the taping. So make sure you use an email that you check. One thing to note is that even though they issue the tickets, they are free to change their mind, to cancel tapings at any time, to delay them. One recent incident was the California wildfires. They canceled tapings, and they do not reimburse people for travel expenses, any lost time. They tell you up front that CBS and Fremantle Media has the ability to cancel anytime, any reason, and they don't owe you anything. So that is something you have to take into account when you buy your tickets, when you book your hotel, is they have the option if they have to, and that really would just be bad luck of the situation, but it's something you have to know going in. And again, it says that all right on your ticket. And it goes back to the email. Having your email on file is where they will notify you of any last minute changes, any last minute decisions that are made are going to go to that email. So make sure it's one you check. Also, one nice thing is you can put your name out there for different dates as you're trying to figure out your travel plans. Maybe you don't know what flights are going to work best for everyone in your party, or you're trying to get the best value flights and you don't know if you're going to go this week or this week. You can actually get priority tickets for multiple tapings, and then if you don't go, you don't have to cancel, you don't have to pay anything, you just don't show up, and that's where the wait list fills in the rest. So before we knew for sure what day we were going, I actually got tickets for multiple dates because we weren't sure where it would fit for both of our lives, and I didn't have to cancel or refund anything on the ones we didn't use. Here is the hard reality for some people. Getting a taping ticket is not a guarantee that you play. It just simply means you get to go through the audition process. You get to have a seat at the taping, but it does not in any way, shape, or form guarantee you that you get to play. And unfortunately, there's no way to guarantee that. You just have to go, show up, be yourself, and hope that they want you to be on stage. But a ticket does not guarantee play. Some other things that come in your voucher are the time that you should arrive. So our taping, we had to arrive by 8 a.m. and they tell you right on there, make sure you're in line by 8 a.m. to guarantee your spot. Again, we had priority tickets, and then after 8 a.m., they would take anyone that has the voucher, whether it was priority or not. They also give you an idea of what to expect, such as the general time frame for a taping is about a 5-hour process from the time you're line until you're out. Expect to be there for about 5 hours. They also tell you you're going to have to forfeit your cell phone. You can't go into the studio with your cell phone or smartwatches. They give you tips on how to dress. They don't want you to wear hats or logos. They like bright colors. They suggest you don't wear stripes. They tell you if you look good, the show looks good. They give you all these different tips. And the funny thing is, I saw like no shorts, no hats. And you do see people go on stage with flip-flops on or with hats. And I think it's more of a general guidance, not something that's going to get you kicked out of the studio. But it's interesting to me that they give you these tips. They're more guidelines. I don't think they're strict rules, but they do give you ideas of what they like to see people wear. I personally went with bright colors. I had bright shoes on, bright red shirt, and they tell you on the voucher, we like bright colors. And the best part about all of this is it's totally free, which means the barrier to entry is low. You just have to get yourself there. If this is your first video and you found me by searching Price is Right stuff and you're trying to plan a trip, I'm Jackie and I make regular grocery content, which is probably one of the reasons I love the Price is Right. I love pricing games. I like the grocery games. I love grocery shopping in general, and I share with my viewers grocery hauls, meal plans, other hauls, and I love to share grocery stuff. So if that sounds fun to you, make sure you stick around for more than just the Price is Right. Now, if you have your tickets and you're wondering where should I stay, you need to watch this video where I talk about where we stayed and why we were happy with it right here. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao, down and ciao.